Alright, welcome back to Beans. Today we're going to be wiring up the car, or trying to finish the wiring up on the car. Which means I'm going to try and see if we can get the engine and body loom and all of this other bits and bobs working. I am filming the intro halfway through this because I deleted a bunch of footage by mistake. Whoopsie. Currently, so far, I can say we've got the clocks working, got all the gauge pods working, all like 7 of them. Fuel pumps wired up with the relay. I've changed our breaker box. Well, it's not really a breaker box, is it? It's not circuit breakers, it's fuses. But they changed how I've wired that all up. Start to try and tidy up some of the loom, and yeah, hopefully by the end of this episode, everything will be wired up and in place. So if this was mounted, which I mean, I've got a starter for shits and giggles. You could probably plug it up and see if you can get it to start. But that's a bad idea. It's a funny idea, but a bad idea. Oh yeah, we have lights. And annoyingly, the dial faces. This is an import. It was imported in 2007. And unfortunately, as you can see, it was hastily modified to read in miles an hour, which means I'm pretty sure he's just scribbled all over this. If I can get a face for that, I will, but it's not really a huge priority for me. To be fair, you can also see on this one as well. But the priority is this works, is in this car, and this car makes vroom vroom noises. That is the priority, which is what we're going towards. Which means more of this stuff. Okay, I've looked at that, I've reminded myself of that, and I don't want to go anywhere near that. We'll just look at this one for now. So, wiring, boring wiring. This has been labelled. Very good, very nice. Now, we just need to wire it up to the RX-7 clocks. These are the clocks that I originally got with my FD. He has, however, missed a few of these. So we've got an airbag light and a high beam light for some reason, which aren't attached. However, not terribly needed. We just need to make these things here, connect into this here. So then all I need is a speedo, fuel, and I mean, I need to figure out speedometer, but like, anyway, lots of stuff. We have a PPF mounted now. We've got other bits. I need to finish up a few other small things. We've got the front slam done, so this bumper can't actually be pulled off now. Yes, these are just dangling. I need to redraw some extra holes here. And we've got the lower bits done. Intercoolers mounted, all of this. Okay, so it's been a while. Slowly working through the RX-7. Doing the loom. I'll connect up the battery. Just because I kind of want to show you something potentially slightly cool. We should hopefully have... I've also changed the battery bus as well. Oh, if I turn this on. Oh! Look at that. All those gauges are alive. Oh! Yes, buddy. That's progress. Still messy. Haven't tidied it all up. I even have the clocks. That was the potential issue there, because I couldn't get the clocks to work properly. I was struggling to get the ECU to talk to the clocks. And the fact that it's come up and it's alive, potentially. It's got a bit of a dodgy signal though. Oh, we need to add some coolant. But no, that's kind of cool though. Oh. Sorry, I'm happy. Don't really have a lot of volts. Volts are dying. But this is progress. Progress is good. I'm actually quite happy. I didn't expect the speedo to work there. Because with all this ECU harness and stuff, I need to tidy it. I need to do a lot to it. But that was a lot better than expected. And I'm very, very happy that my new battery bus is working properly. Oh, I guess I'm running out of excuses. I do have to actually finish the fabrication off to get this car running. But, that's cheered me up a lot tonight. I promise I've made some progress. Engine loom is installed again. Swap the throttle position sensor over, so it's no longer on the adapted Mark 1 sensor, because this is what it is, yeah. This guy, it's a 4-pin sensor. One of these little adapters so that you can actually have an accurate throttle position sensor on a standalone ECU for a Mark 1. However, we don't need that, so I put the Mark 2.5 throttle position sensor on it, off of the old manifold. More than enough resolution, and I've powered this all up. We've done the relays for ECU power, injector power. I can ground out each of the injectors on the ECU, and it works. I can talk to the ECU. I can do the throttle position sensor, like if I move the throttle plate, it moves on the ECU. Air temperature's fine. There are other bits like making sure that I've actually got cam and crank sync, which I can't really do unless I try and start it. Which it doesn't have oil in it, so we're not going to try it. We have the whiteboard of truth of what I actually need to be done. This car is called Shelly because, well, I got it as a shell. Notches is, S2000, and Dink is the tiny dinky toy. Notches has a slightly rude name. If you're from the 80s, you can probably figure out what that means. But no, that doesn't need an awful lot. Oil change, tune it up a bit, mirrors, polish bonnet. I was saying, it doesn't look that bad until I actually wipe off the layers of dust on this car. But yeah, MX-5 needs... The thing is, I was in 2 minds. I built a forged bottom end for this. I mean, it's already got a forged bottom end. It's on MX-5, it's on max speeding connecting rods, boundary oil pump, and I believe it was no super... Have a read. Wasn't the pistons, but I've got some slightly higher compression ones. And then I thought, actually, well, I've got a dumb idea. I've got enough spare VVTs lying around. Why don't I 1/8 swap this? So I'm in far too many minds. I've got to change the oil sandwich plate over to a thermostatic one, because in winter the oil temps are a bit low and took forever to warm up, and it harms the engine. So I've got one of those that I need to install. Mainly, it's just a bunch of crap on this. Like, all of these are small things that don't really need to be done. This stuff is just everything. However, some of the wiring stuff don't need. Actually, the oil cooler mount can get rid of, because we do have the oil cooler. Where are they? Hello. Yeah, so getting there slowly. To be fair, there's other bits. I've got to fab up the box to break in the engine. However, I'm also going to widen this cutout up a bit. I also I'm not sure, potentially I might see if I can just trim this top area out a bit, just so... I did say in earlier videos I don't care about it being tucked close under there, but I'm quite worried about heat back there, and things like cam sensors, for example, they cook, like these die if they get too hot, and changing one of those under there would be a ball ache, if not borderline impossible. I can get this in. You go through the side like that and you plonk them in, or is it like that? Either way, you can do it, but it's quite hard. If I have a coil pack failure, then like that, you're a bit buggered. There's not an awful lot you can do there. So I might make that thing slightly larger because, well, it's not a show car. It's not going to win any prizes. So you might as well make it easy and accessible. So, the RX-7 progress has stalled. It's pretty much stopped for the last week or two. I've been working on it. I've still been buying the bits for it, but engine loom wise, it's done. It's connected. ECU talks to everything, which is great progress. You can start it on brake cleaner because the fuel lines are hooked up, and it's pretty cool. I'm very happy with how far it's gotten so far. However, a company called Motorspeed have reached out to me, and they've wanted to sponsor an engine for the car, which is great. It's phenomenal. Still in discussions on what is happening, but we've agreed it's going to be a rotary. Well, they've said it's going to be a rotary, and I've said yes, that's fine. Because, well, I wanted a rotary, couldn't afford to build a race engine, so went down the MX-5 route. And this does mean, sadly, that I'm going to have to undo some of the bits that I've done on this. We're going to have to re-weld up the firewall to how it was. Thankfully, I've kept the parts for that. I'm going to have to put a new PPF in it and prop and all that, because, well, we finally finished doing that to have it all undone. Or I might keep it as a bit of a swap kit thing if someone really wants one of those, but I doubt it. I'm going to have to de-pin the loom from the battery bus, and yeah, it's a few steps backwards but one big step forwards. I don't have to worry about the engine, ECU, wiring. For all that, I just received that as a package. I do have to worry about turbos and the exhaust system, so hand movements slightly off camera. Yeah, hopefully this will be good. I don't think we're going to see an awful lot of progress on the RX-7 until we get the engine. I will continue working on it off camera. I'll take the engine out and slowly start plumbing it all back up to run like a regular FD engine, I guess. I think so far the discussion is possibly a bridge port, maybe a full peripheral port. That is what I know at the moment. That's what we're talking about. It is most likely just going to be a 2-rotor. I would love a 4-rotor in this. I don't think they're going to let me put a 4-rotor in this, but 2-rotor peripheral port, maybe, who knows? Be kind of cool, be kind of nice. Potentially just a normal bridge port. We'll find out soon enough, and I'll keep you guys posted. Sorry for the abrupt change in this video, and like and subscribe, and hopefully the journey of creating a faster car. Take care, guys.